Hello, ladies. It's Marie. You haven't seen me in a while because I've been vacationing, taking some time before the school starts this week for my daughter. We are going. I know the people in hotter places, but in California right now, especially, we don't get that hot at the beach. It's hot and humid, so my hair is like growing like an inch an hour, and I'm here with weird hair. So there you go. This is me with humidity. Um, so here's what's going on. I have been talking a lot lately to a lot of women about frustration and people feeling very frustrated. And that tends to be overwhelmed and frustrated, tend to be go to emotions for crazy busy women. And I wanted to talk a little bit about frustration because, unlike some of the other emotions that we feel, what I find and what I want you to do this week is if you find yourself feeling frustrated, and God knows there's a lot going on in the world to help you feel frustrated. Um, Frustration is usually one of those hamster wheel emotions that it just kind of builds on itself, or snowball emotion where it just kind of rolls and gets bigger and bigger and bigger and it festers, right? And what I want to tell you and ask you is oftentimes frustration is happening because you're not using your voice. So you're not speaking up, you're not explaining how you're feeling, you're not asking for your needs. All of these things that you get frustrated. I'm just so frustrated. And frustrated is, again, like a contraction kind of thing where we get small and this instead of an expansive um, high emotion in which possibility and joy can exist. Frustration is a festering hamster wheel emotion, and we get small and angry and feel stuck. Frustration and stuck happen a lot together. And I want to ask you, the next time you feel frustrated, are you using your voice? Are you standing in your power? Are you standing in your truth? Because if you are, I guarantee that your frustration will probably leave. And so when you feel frustrated the next time, ask yourself, what actually is happening here? Have I spoken up? Am I standing up for myself? Am I asking for help? Am I asking for my needs? Am I recognizing and using my tools to deal with this situation? Because frustration is a special kind of emotion and it doesn't flow through us well. It's a contraction, stuck emotion. Anger, righteous anger, flows through us. We feel it, we express it, boom, it's gone. Sometimes regret comes quickly after, but we can flow through that. Happiness, we can flow through. Even sadness, we can flow through if we're honoring it and feeling it and, you know, giving ourselves self compassion. But frustration is one that sticks with us. I'm just so frustrated. And it's a physical feeling along with an emotional feeling. And so, what I want to ask you is the next time you feel frustrated, can you start to ask yourself, am I using my voice? Am I speaking up for myself? Am I allowing myself to be taken advantage of? Am I asking for help? Am I dealing with what's going on? Am I standing in my power? Am I standing in my truth? Because the answer probably is going to be no, you're not, or at least not fully. Because with speaking up and standing in your truth and standing in your power and asking for your needs and getting them met, frustration flows right through. So, what I want you to do is really, like we talked about stress and worry, and I want you to understand these emotions because the women that go through my course become expert on feeling their feelings and they flow through them. They're able to deal with them. They're not afraid of them anymore. They're not ashamed of them anymore. They know how to work through them and they know how to identify them. And that is how we have a full life because if we don't feel anger, we can't feel joy. If we don't feel sadness, we can't feel joy. The spectrum of emotions is what a healthy, big, beautiful, ballsy, badass life looks like. And if you have turned down all your emotions to two, anger and frustration, or anger and sadness, what does that life look like? Or happy but not real, like I'm happy all the time. That's not true. And so you're probably masking something. If you're feeling shame, that is a really, really damaging feeling, and we need to address that. So, how we're feeling become alert systems. They're data points for us to access our tools and use them to address what's going on. And then we don't get stuck, and then we don't swirl, and then we don't get into the crazy busy hamster wheel. We are grown women dealing with our emotions in a healthy, mature way, expressing our feelings and getting stuff done, and people doing things that they're supposed to do, getting our needs met, and having maximum joy and possibility. And not being afraid of that either, because joy can be one of the scariest things in the world. Is to truly believe in something and own the joy of that is really is a grown-up, very courageous thing to do. And I want you to be able to live your life in the full spectrum of emotion, but mostly abundant joy. And as a crazy busy survival mode woman, joy isn't easily accessible. And so what we usually do is turn down our light and just cope with everything, which means numb our emotions. So I really just want to continue to just give you these little insights about different emotions that you're feeling. Stress, worry, we did a couple weeks ago. This one today, it's frustration, because it seems to be everyone is feeling frustrated that I'm working with lately. And I was realizing I was also feeling frustrated about something last week. And then I kind of walked myself through the same tools I'm asking you to walk yourself through, is like, what's really happening? Am I using my voice? Is there something I'm not recognizing? And sure enough, I was feeling frustrated about something that I wasn't addressing. And as soon as I addressed it, boom, not only did the issue that was causing me stress get resolved, but I stopped feeling frustrated. So it's Monday. It's late Monday. It's we're starting to get into, well, end of summer. Fall's going to come soon. Before we know it, we're going to roll into, the holidays, and boom. For me, once school starts with my daughter, it feels like in a blink of eye it's Halloween, in a blink of eye it's Christmas. And I just am here to tell you that my mission in my life for the rest of my life, for my purpose, is to help women live their life to the fullest. And so many women I work with are not doing that. And they're feeling sad, and they're feeling hopeless and stressed out all the time, and just 100% exhausted. And there is a path out, and I want to show you that path. And what I thought I'd do later this week is just walk you through, when I talk about this 8-week program that I do with clients. I imagine a lot of you are wondering what the hell I'm talking about. So what we're going to do for our Facebook Live this Thursday is really talk about what is this 8-week program she talks about, and what do people learn when they're in the program. And I'm going to walk you through the different chapters of what we do and how we do it, just so you can understand what I'm talking about, because I would love for you to sign up for it, because it is transformational, if I do say so myself. Every woman that goes through it really just has a profound change, whatever that is. And some of them change their job. Very few actually change their job, but some of them do. Most of them just expand their life and work differently and play differently, because they're looking at and reprogramming the way that they approach work and life. I am a firm believer that work-life balance is total BS, and that we should seek joy and freedom and success instead, and not try this equality of balance, because that our world today and who we are as women, it's like perfection. It's a destination we can't reach, but we can reach joy, freedom, and success together in one moment. We can do that. And I really believe that. But I think the word work-life balance kind of sets up a false expectation that there's this equality to work and life at all times, or you're not achieving work-life balance. And that's just a losing battle. So I just take it off the table, and let's go for freedom, joy, and success. So that's what I teach. That's what I went through myself to find my full self, and really understand who I am, and stand up for myself, and really understand what I wanted in my life, and go for it and make it happen, and stop using excuses, and also just feeling like anything is possible, because I really do believe that anything is possible in my life. And my job is to live in the highest energy I can, to show up as a change agent in this world, to transform women's lives. And I want to do that for you. So I know so many people that are listening to this and belong to this group are hurting or lost or feel trapped in their life, even though it's a good life, or are depressed or are exhausted or feel guilty for feeling stressed and exhausted because they have it so good and so many people have it so bad, especially now. I want you to own yourself 100% and to swing for the fences in your life, to go for the biggest possible dream you can possibly think of. And guess what? God and the universe will probably deliver even more, but you have to believe it first. And you also have to believe in yourself, that you're allowed to have what you want. You're allowed to have your own needs. You're allowed to be bitchy sometimes. You're allowed to be selfish. You're allowed everything, the full spectrum. You are allowed. And not after everybody else gets something done. Not after finally the planets are aligned and everybody's okay and all my work is done. I can now address what I want and need and how to deal with my own life. No, they can sit side by side. You can get, what's the craziest part of this work that we do is that the more we take care of our needs first, the more we have to give to everybody else. And we do it in a healthy way instead of an unhealthy way. So that is my Monday Mojo. I really want you to start thinking about when you feel frustrated, what is really going on. And usually it will be attached to you not using your voice or standing in your power. So we can stop it right away by realizing, is there something that I need to say, address, do in order to take control of this situation instead of just being frustrated by it? Or can I get my needs met in some way? Where are you not standing up for yourself and where frustration is showing up? It's just a little trick tool to start asking yourself some bigger, more important questions instead of, oh, I'm so frustrated. Why do I feel this way all the time? And just be in victim mode and not do anything about it. I want you to start being an investigator and start getting underneath what's really going on so that you can address it and use tools to get out of it. So that's my Monday Mojo. I'm back, babies. I'm going to be doing Facebook Lives. Again, we're going to do I'm going to do this course, and I haven't figured out I'm doing this course for corporate women in the workplace, where I'm actually doing it for companies, called Standing in Your Power. And it's a 4-part series. And I'm trying to figure out how to bring it to you guys as well. So look for that and lots of little fun nuggets. And please participate, post, show me how you're feeling, talk to me, let me know, reach out, go to crazybusywomen.com, book a free breakthrough coaching call, watch my free masterclass, be in action in your life. Okay. And I want to help you. Bye.